Man United handed Viktor Gyokeres transfer bombshell as deal is agreed, on his way. Sporting Lisbon striker Viktor Gyokeres has been heavily linked with a move to Manchester United due to his long-standing friendship with Ruben Amorim. Manchester United have been handed a transfer bombshell after Portuguese media reports suggested on Monday that they have lost the race for Sporting Lisbon striker Viktor Gyokeres. The Swedish striker has been on the radar of United since November when Ineos poached his manager in Lisbon, Ruben Amorim. A clear problem for United this season has been their lack of goals, with both Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee missing as reliable threats. Gyokeres has bagged a whopping 96 goals for Sporting this season, and the fact he is familiar with the 3-4-2-1 system made it appear as though a transfer would be a match made in heaven for United. However, Arsenal have also been heavily linked with his services, having admired him for longer than the Reds. Like United, the Gunners have also struggled without a regular centre-forward presence at the top of the pitch. While their season has been more impressive than the Reds, Mikel Arteta's side are likely wanting to address that position as a priority. According to Portuguese newspaper O Jogo, that is exactly what they have done. Their front page leads with an image of Gyokeres celebrating after winning the Liga Portugal this weekend. One of the headlines next to his name reads, "Swede on his way to Arsenal." It is claimed that a £58.9 million agreement has been reached between Sporting and the Gunners, and it is only a matter of time before the transfer is made official. If true, United will be looking to reassess their options heading into the summer transfer window. Men's Sport understands that Ipswich Town's Liam Delap is a top target for United this summer thanks in part to his much lower release clause of £30 million. It is also believed that Delap's proven ability in the Premier League, as shown with 12 goals for relegated Ipswich, and his age are also seen as positives. Versatile forward Matheus Cunha is also seen as a top target for United and has a £62.5 million release clause in his Wolverhampton Wanderers contract. Manchester United executives have held face-to-face talks with Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap after he was given permission by his club to travel to Manchester, according to The Athletic. The Tractor Boys wanted the 22-year-old to get a first-hand sense of what a summer transfer move to the Old Trafford club would entail after his £30 million release clause became active following their relegation. Man United will hope to convince Delap, but are facing competition from others in the Premier League for his services. The England youth international is expected to hold talks with his other suitors before making a decision, and the Red Devils are no closer to striking a deal. Delap bagged 12 goals and 2 assists in 36 Premier League games for Ipswich this term, and the decision-makers at Man United have been impressed with his debut campaign in the English top flight. The Manchester City Academy graduate was in the Championship last season on loan with Hull City, notching 8 goals in 31 appearances, having scored 4 times across 37 games for Preston North End and Stoke City in the division back in 2022-23. Delap will remain in the Premier League beyond this season after his fine individual campaign, and the Red Devils have the money to sign him no matter what happens when they take on Tottenham Hotspur in the final of the Europa League on Wednesday. Man United are also advancing on a move for Wolverhampton Wanderers forward Matheus Cunha, and could reportedly complete a deal for the Brazilian this weekend once the 2024-25 season ends. Signing both Delap and Cunha will go a long way in helping to turn around the fortunes of the Red Devils in the final third, and the likes of Brentford's Brian Buemo, Sporting CP's Viktor Gyokeres, and Napoli's Victor Osimhen are also attacking options they have on their radar should a move for the Ipswich star fall through. Amorim pushing Man United to sign incredible Man City target. Manchester United reportedly face competition from cross-city rivals Manchester City for Argentine starlet Franco Mastantuono, one of world football's most in-demand talents. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid are also eyeing Mastantuono amid a meteoric rise at River Plate, where he's ripping it up with performances that show maturity beyond his years. The 17-year-old is already a first-team regular at the Estadio Monumental, and a move to Europe is expected to be on the agenda. Caught Offside reports that Ruben Amorim views the 10-cap Argentina U20 international as a key piece in his plans to rejuvenate United's squad, and is pushing for a deal. But City have joined the race and are known for a more aggressive approach in the market, which could be a massive problem for the Red Devils. United made a statement in last summer's transfer window by winning the race for the highly coveted French defender Lenny Yoro at the expense of Madrid. Even before Amorim arrived in November, their squad rebuild was centered around a more youthful approach, and Mastantuono would be another teenage acquisition under Ineos sporting control. City also need an overhaul after finishing the season trophyless and looking a shadow of their usual dominant selves. Pep Guardiola often gets his man, but the citizens usually figure out their price for a player and don't go any higher than that. The incredible Mastantuono has a release clause of €45 million, £38 million, and he's expected to stay at River Plate despite the strong interest in his services, particularly from Real Madrid. Should he depart, the Santiago Bernabéu is his favored destination, but he isn't likely to do so this summer as he's still yet to turn 18. Atletico are thought to be preparing a €30 million, £25 million, bid for the attacking midfield gem, but one would imagine the player remaining in Argentina for next season. Los Millonarios are also considering raising the release clause amid the European tug-of-war that could take place between rivals England and Spain.